All right, hello guys, this is Asad Yaqub here, and you may have received this book. Yeah, you got this book already. So I'm going to tell you how to actually use this book, do's and don'ts of this book, right? As the title of the book is Examiner's Book. Examiner's Book means examiner will have a book like this, and there will be topics and all that, right? Now, the first thing is you need to remember IELTS speaking has three parts, and you should be clear about these three parts. And all three parts, they test your English from three different levels. One basic level, one intermediate level, and one advanced level. So they check, they touch you with basic level, you are okay with basic level. Then they touch your English at intermediate level, and then they touch it at advanced level, and then they realize and they see what is your average bench score, that is from 1 to 9. Okay. Now, as far as this book is concerned, it's actually called Examiner's Book because the topics that we have in this book, these topics have been taken from IELTS candidates who appear in speaking test, and they actually passed on that information, and we actually got this book. So for part one, which is called the basic part of IELTS speaking, there examiner will ask you a question: do you work or study? Now, this question is very, very important because after that, examiner is going to take a direction. If you work, questions will be different. If you study, questions will be different. And if you are a stay-at-home lady or a homemaker, right? Like they say housewife, but actually appropriate word is homemaker. So if you are a homemaker, then you are going to tell the examiner clearly. After that, examiner will ask you questions which are appropriate and relevant. Because in speaking test, examiners try to ask you the questions which are appropriate and which are relevant, right? Now, we talk about part one. Part one is the basic part of IELTS speaking. There, the first thing is WH question. You should know about WH question. When, where, why, who, how often, how long, and all that. If you know WH question, examiner will start the question and you will understand what to speak. If examiner says, how often do you? You know frequency. How often do you eat in the restaurant? How often do you drink coffee? Like that. If examiner says, how long have you been living in this city? Now you know it's present perfect continuous tense, and I have to talk about duration. I have been living here since my birth. I have been living here for a long time, or anything like that. So WH questions are important. After that, we have, the main verb in the question. And then there are 5 tenses which are important for speaking: present simple, past simple, future simple, present perfect, and present perfect continuous tense, right? Now, examiner will ask you a question and you need to answer in 3 parts. The first part is direct answer. Whatever the question is, you will give a direct answer. In IELTS, do not give indirect answer. Do not start from the background. Okay, for example, the question is, what type of food do you like to eat? And you say, food is very important part of our life. If we do not eat, we die. I don't want to die, I eat. So to answer your question, something like that. This is wrong. Okay, and do not comment the question. That's a very good question. Madam, I love this question very much. This question is close to my heart. Okay, so don't comment the question. Just answer the question directly. Step 1, direct answer. Step 2, elaborate your answer. Examiners, IELTS speaking examiners hate one sentence answer. They hate one word answer. Okay, for example, what type of food do you like to eat? Pizza. Huh? Is it okay? No. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is black. Even this answer is not good. Okay, so avoid such type of answers where you are parroting the examiner. Parroting the examiner means, what do you do in your free time? In my free time, I do nothing. Do you have a family? Yes, I do have a family. This is called parroting. Avoid parroting. Avoid giving one sentence answer. Avoid giving one word answer. Your answer should contain 5 to 6 sentences. Okay? Focus the tense of the question. If they ask you question with do you, did you, do you is present, did you is past, and will you is future. Have you and third form is present perfect, present perfect. And how long have you been? With ing is present perfect continuous tense, right? Now, the second thing is in this book, we have 220 topics of speaking part 1. Okay. Now, how to prepare? The first thing is do not memorize any answer from this book. In this book, there are some very good quality answers. You can get ideas from each answer. You can learn sentence structure. You can learn new words. But when you answer, you need to give answer in your own words. Remember, in writing and in speaking especially, examiners appreciate your natural English. The way you speak English, they actually appreciate that. And if you cram anything, if you memorize your answers, examiner will catch you immediately and then you will get very low band score. So do not memorize any answer from the book. Yes, you can read the answer and then you can convert it, improvise it in your own way, and then you can answer the question. So if there are 220 topics and every day you prepare. Now, prepare does not mean memorize. Prepare means you go through them. This is what I call familiarization. You need to make yourself familiar with all these questions. So 220 topics, if you do 10 topics a day, within 22 days, you can actually finish this book all, right? Then if we talk about speaking part 2 and part 3, there are 98 cue cards in total. Right? So in cue card, now what happens? In part 2, examiner will give you a topic in printed form. Along with the topic, you will be given pen and paper, 1 minute time to read the topic and write down some notes. And after 1 minute, you will have to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So we have 98 topics and you are highly likely to get one topic from here. And if you don't get the topic from here, do tell us what that topic is and we will add it in the book. Okay, we can at least do that. But anyways, these 98 topics are good enough to practice. Now, how to prepare? Very simple. First, you read the topic and you read sample answer. After that, you think, just take your own life. For example, if we have a topic here and the topic is describe an achievement you are proud of. Now, if you have an achievement that you are proud of, you can think about it. For example, you passed your metric exam with good grades, you passed your intermediate with good grades or anything like that, okay? So if you have your own achievement, it's good. Otherwise, you can read sample answer and you can learn the vocabulary, the phrases there, words for achievement, for success, learn these things and then come up with something and you can always pretend. We call it pretending. You don't need real answers. Okay, for example, if they say describe an achievement, I topped in my metric exam in my house. Okay, not in my house. You can say I topped in the district level or whatever you want to say. So you can pretend. They will never ask you for your any proof of it or anything like that. Okay, so like this, you can read sample answer, grab good vocabulary, good sentence structure from there and make your own answer. So this is how you can prepare. And the best way to prepare for cue card is through your mobile recording. You can have pen and paper, prepare one cue card, give yourself 1 minute. Now start recording and you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the cue card. So you go on and speak and just see the watch as well, the stopwatch. And by the way, at the time of speaking, topic will be in front of you. The notes you make, they will be in front of you. You can consult the notes. It's normal, right? You can see the next point and you can speak. Making eye contact is not important. But body language is not important. Dressing is not important in IELTS speaking. What is important is your English language, right? So you will have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes and usually after 1 minute, examiner will stop you anytime. And then after that, they will take you to speaking part 3. Now, in speaking part 3, they will ask you discussion questions. And these questions are almost always related to your cue card. If the topic is describe a success, in part 3, they will ask you more questions about success. So in part 3, they ask you questions where you have to give your opinion, number 1. And that is advanced part. Number two, in part three, they will ask you questions where you have to describe advantages and disadvantages. Number three, they will ask you questions in part three where you have to give prediction. Prediction means to talk about future. Okay, so advantages, disadvantages, opinion, prediction. Number four, comparison. They will ask you some questions which are comparative questions. So if you know comparative structure of English language, which is advanced part of English, then you will be able to answer properly. Otherwise, you will answer I am, I have, I am, I have. So that will bring you low band score. So for part three, you need to prepare. And how to answer part three questions? Same 5 to 6 sentences. Direct answer, elaborate your answer, conclude your answer. And yes, if you do not understand any question, you can ask the examiner to repeat the question, and examiner will either repeat the question or ask you the next question, but in both cases, it's normal, right? So this book is going to help you throughout your IELTS speaking test, right? And you should prepare and go through all the topics. And when you sit in front of the examiner, let me tell you, many students, they just say after their speaking exam that everything came from here. Or they say, well, the cue card that I got in actual exam, that was the cue card you gave me in the class. So it's just like that. Yeah. Okay, okay. She said the same. All right. See that? Yeah, he's very ponchui sarkar. So that's what happens. All right. Thank you so very much.